Hi y'all, Lovin' Debbie here. Today I wanted to share something that I just recently refinished. I am not a professional. I haven't painted anything in about 2 years, or over 2 years. I have been hearing so much and seeing so much about radical self-love. For me, refinishing this was a labor of love. It's something I didn't realize how much I miss doing. Once I had that paintbrush in my hand and started painting, to me it was like a form of meditation. It was so relaxing, and it's God's way of telling me to just take more time for myself, to do things that I love. I had so many problems with this project. The bad weather, it was a pine color.
With all the crazy weather, it took me 8 days to refinish the dresser.
Sanded it down to the bare wood.
It took 3 days to get this sanded with an electric sander due to the weather.
I put 4 coats of chalk paint on it and a sealer, a matte sealer.
I definitely didn't want chalk dust in my lungs.
And with the moisture in the air, it ended up crackling, which didn't look bad, but it turned a yellowish color, which was very ugly.
A few of the drawers crackled and turned an ugly yellow.
I'm not sure exactly what happened. Right now I can see there's a shadow cast on the dresser from the French doors. But I really love the way this turned out. I had lightly distressed it before.
I used 400 grit sandpaper to lightly distress it.
And I really wanted a heavy distressed look, but I was really scared to do it. I mean, it is just chalk paint, so you can always just repaint it. But I guess I was afraid I would mess up the wood. I ended up sanding these too much with the electric sander. And I wanted just to hurry up and finish it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the wood knobs. I wanted to use everything that I had on hand, so this project cost me $0. Free dresser, all supplies I already had. So I went with my favorite color spray paint, which is rose gold. I was going to do a pop of turquoise around the rim and then do more rose gold over it to give it a slightly two-tone effect, the pop of color, but I decided not to do that because I just wanted to get it finished. 4 coats of Annie Sloan old white chalk paint.
2 coats of chalk paint plus 2 coats watered down.
Sealer, matte sealer on the entire dresser. I ended up having to sand down just the 5 dresser drawers, and I put a CC Caldwell clear wax on it. My first time using it. I bought it about 3 years ago also, and I love it. There was no odor. It didn't leave me with a gloss finish, a shiny finish, which I did not want. I originally stained the entire piece in a dark walnut.
I did not use any type of wood conditioner.
I wanted the top just to be stained and it looked terrible. So I made a DIY stain, which is Martha Stewart black chalkboard liquid paint, and I think it was folk art dark brown acrylic paint, and I just mixed them until I got an espresso color. I applied 2 watered down coats so you could still see the wood grain. I did not like
it. The top is painted with the watered down DIY chalky finish.
it. I went over it with a 3rd coat with the new mixture that I made, and I really liked it. I heard somewhere that you could put a dark wax over it. I tried that. Did not look good at all. It looked like a bunch of different greasy spots. So I didn't want to use mineral spirits and ruin my paint job. I ended up just Dawn soapy water and wiping it down and then putting more of the chalky mixture on. Only used 1 coat, and I really liked the finish, the way it turned out. Everything is very smooth. I made some stencils from index divider cards. I saw this on Pinterest and I just thought it was so cute. It was little birds, and I love dragonflies and monarch butterflies and pretty much all butterflies. So I made stencils, and I did the silhouettes on the side.
I put my drawing under a piece of plexiglass, the index divider sheet on top, taped it down, and cut it with my hot point knife.
I'm going to pop one of the drawers open, one of the drawers, so you can see it. So, excuse the camera angle. So this is used as a CD, DVD storage unit. These are the dragonfly silhouette. And monarch butterflies, which I really love these. The top is DVDs, and it's more butterflies, and I think the bottom is dragonflies and butterflies.
8 days of muscle and sweat left me happily exhausted, from boring to shabby chic.
But I just really love the way this turned out. And things don't always work out in life the way we planned them to. Sometimes they come out so much better.
It took me an additional 80 minutes of heavy hand sanding to remove the cracked paint and yellowness with 220 and 150 grit sandpaper.
Fitness-wise, I felt great. I mean, I ended up being sore in my knees and my neck and my back just from all the bending and sanding. But I mean, when I was out of shape before, this would have been so hard for me to do. And I do have a problem making myself eat when I'm doing projects like this. It's just like, I don't want to stop. I just want to get it done. I just want to keep doing it because it's so much fun. And just seeing the project evolve and to come, turning into something beautiful. And so I have to always stop myself and make myself a smoothie or something just to go ahead and eat something. But this is my project. This is my passion. I love doing stuff like that. I hope you all have an amazing day and you can succeed in your journey. Just remind yourself, remember to take even if only a few minutes of each day to do something you love, whether it's watch the sunset, take a quick walk. Just find your passion, get moving, and enjoy this life. Have an amazing day.
Self-care is so important. Find something that brings you joy, something that gives you passion. Maybe it's something you did when you were younger, a favorite hobby. Maybe it's learning something new. Join me in an act of self-love. Do something daily that brings joy to your heart.